should say. Greetings from all at Whitbury Newtown Leisure Centre, and welcome back, Mr. Brittas, from the dead after your terrible accident.
It's a bit long, Colin.
I don't mind. If it's for Mr. Brittas, I don't care. If it takes me a week to paint it.
He's coming back tomorrow.
Point taken, Linda. Tomorrow, eh? Oh, happy day.
I preferred it when he was dead.
Brittas is getting fan letters now. The Reincarnation Society want him to give a talk, and the Spiritualists want him to write a guidebook to the other side.
First things first, tomorrow's buffet, Tim.
Well, he's been in hospital in Switzerland, so I thought we'd do Indian. He won't have had any Indian.
Penny, what do you think?
Well, Indian seems like a good idea. Samosas, papadum...
No, let's not have anything flat. When that huge water tank fell on Mr. Brittas, he looked like a chapati.
Oh, please, Colin.
No, listen, when I last saw him, you could have slid him under that door.
Or perhaps he'll come back delivered in a cardboard box, like a pizza.
Oh, he's been rebuilt. He's not flat anymore.
He could be all plastic and metal now, entirely devoid of feeling.
No change there, then.
What it's like, being dead. I think I'll do a thesis on it. I mean, when I go to theological college, I'll be the only one who knows someone who's actually been dead. He can tell me all about it.
Hang on a minute, before we get too carried away, I had a letter from the hospital in Zurich. He doesn't know that he was dead. Nobody must tell him. Look, it says here...
Julie, I'm sorry. Was it me saying that Mr. Brittas looked like a chapati?
Oh, no, it was something I ate.
Oh, those rissoles in the canteen.
No, Barrow and 2 rubbers.
Biro?
Well, I'm pregnant, aren't I? I get cravings for strange things.
Oh, listen, you come with me. I've got a little something for you. I'll tell you what, it's better out than in.
Penny, was there anything you wanted to raise?
Yes.
What about the rest of us raising things? You always turn to Penny. Linda and me have been here longer than Penny.
All right then, Tim. What was it you wanted to raise?
Well, nothing as it happens.
Oh, very nice.
If he doesn't know he's been dead, where does he think he's been? And what about that job in Brussels he got?
He's not going to Brussels, Linda. He failed the medical.
Failed the medical? What was wrong with him?
He was dead.
And so the sad princess, Princess Carol, went to a faraway land to meet her prince. When she got there, the prince had married another princess, and she was very sad, and she wept great big tears. No, don't cry, darling. Mummy's just a bit sad, that's all. It'll be a happy ending.
Morning, Carol.
Welcome to Whitby Newtown Leisure Centre. How may I help you? Mr. Brittas isn't back till tomorrow. Mr. Brittas!
Nah. Always one jump ahead, Carol.
It's you, but you're not meant to be back till tomorrow.
I'd have been back sooner, but I couldn't get through the metal detector at Zurich.
You look just like you always look.
Thank you, Carol, and you.
I thought you'd be flatter, but you're all filled out.
And you, Carol, nicely filled out. Come and have a word with me about pregnancy leave.
I'm not pregnant.
Carol, I thought you'd left. I thought you were going to Austria to be a governess to Herr von Trapp's family with every chance of wedding bells.
Don't speak about it, Mr. Brittas. Herr von Trapp went and married one of the nuns. I tried to keep a brave face in front of the children, but if you would try not to mention Austria or anything, I'd be very grateful.
I understand, Carol. Oh, Carol, put the chimes away, will you? I wasn't pleased to hear the sound of music.
So, tomorrow, he walks up the red carpet towards the centre, sees the banner, "Welcome home, Mr. B." We all jump out from behind the bushes and shout, "Surprise!"
I don't think so, Gavin.
Mr. Brittas! We won't expect you till tomorrow, Mr. Brittas.
Timothy! Life in the old dog yet. Don't know my own strength. Linda!
Bionic!
And who may this be?
I won't shake hands. They're, sticky.
Nothing fungal, I hope.
This is Mrs. Bidmead.
Penny Bidmead.
She's in charge of the sauna solarium.
Oh, yes, the sauna solarium. Hived off with a view to privatisation, and Mrs. Bidmead appointed in my absence. Well, let's hope for the best, shall we? Excuse me. Right, I'm under strict instructions to relax and follow a hands-off strategy. So, Gavin, you're in charge, and I'm purely an observer.
Oh, right, Mr. Brittas.
Oh, dear, somebody hasn't torn the page off the desk calendar. Where's it been? Bin. Gavin, you're running a sloppy ship, sir.
Well, Julie was being sick in it, Mr. Brittas.
There's a procedure for vomiting, Gavin. Look it up, please. Yes, right, I'm going to sit here and do nothing.
Sorry I'm late, everybody. Julie's been sick in 3 different areas. There was a lot of blue tack in there. Elastic bands, Mr. Brittas!
Colin Witherby!
Oh, let me give you a kiss and a hug, Mr.
No, thank
Brittas!
you, Colin.
Let me shake your hand. Put it there, put it there.
Where's that glove been, Colin?
Just tickling the back of Julie's throat. Oh, let me look at you. Oh, you're tanned. You're beautiful.
You do look well, Mr. Brittas.
It's fitness, Gavin, and strength and stamina. They'll be running up and down the Alps. Where's your spot?
I'm sorry, Mr. Brittas. The day you left, it dropped off. I've got it in a jar. Have to fetch it.
Not right now, Colin.
And to think, that dreadful water tank fell on you, and you were all flat, and the doctor pronounced you... Ah!
Linda, I think it's time for your presentation. The model? Don't mention he was dead.
Oh, right. Mr. Brittas, when the ambulance man took one look at you and said he'd never seen anyone so... unwell, I decided to make something beautiful in your memory. So here it is. A scale model of Whitbury Newtown Leisure Centre.
Oh, thank you, Colin. Thank you.
Here you are, Mr. Brittas, standing outside, waiting to welcome in the public.
Why am I holding up a green flag?
He's out of my train set, Mr. Brittas.
He doesn't look very like me.
Oh, I don't know. He's waving his arms about, blowing his whistle. Nobody's taking any notice, and he's entirely made out of plastic.
Welcome to Whitby Newtown. It's me, Carol. Miss Britt! What are you doing here? I thought... Oh, no, that Von Trapp bloke's thrown you out, hasn't he? I told you never to trust Austrian men with little moustaches.
You're so right, Miss Britt.
Yes, put yourself together, Sarah. Look, I've got to be back at the clinic before the pills wear off.
I've always kept you in a straitjacket, Miss Britt.
Only for the first month. I'm in group therapy now. Or at least I would be if they could find any other women whose husbands came back from the dead.
Are you having a sauna or a swim?
I'm having a crisis, Carol. I'm a normal, healthy woman. And there's this doctor at the clinic, you know, blonde, blue eyes, muscles, all of my favourite things. Favourite things? Do you listen, Carol, please? Anyway, this doctor's wife sent Gordon a letter telling him all about me and my inclinations towards her husband. I've got to destroy that letter before Gordon gets back. But he's back! What? When? 10 minutes ago. He might not have read it yet. Any men in white coats come in, you haven't seen me.
Yes, Miss Britt. What? Now, what we have here is a Euro whistle for each of you, still in the public sector, which I initially intend to phase in alongside our standard issue council whistles.
You'll all have 2 whistles.
That is for the infringement of a Euro regulation.
We don't know any Euro regulations, Mr. Brittas.
No, Gavin, you will. They're on their way.
By post?
By Juggernaut. Just learn to blow the whistle for the time being, all right?
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
I'm 3 minutes late for my pool inspection. Let's go.
No, Mr. Brittas, you said you were going to be hands-off.
Quite right, Gavin. Hands off it is. You're in charge. I'll just take a back seat, all right? What's that noise?
You've sat on the leisure centre, Mr. Brittas.
Well, who put it there?
You've wrecked it.
It's strange, you know. I've got very little feeling in some parts of my body.
Maybe they've given you a bionic bottom.
I think they would have said, Mrs. Bidmead. I just lack sensitivity, that's all.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Brittas.
While you're at the swimming pool, make sure you check between people's toes, please. It's good to be back.
Mr. Brittas has got quite nice eyes, hasn't he?
Gavin thinks you've got quite nice eyes, don't you, Gavin?
I will have a word with you. Excuse me, Penny.
Your bookings, Mrs. Bidmead. Oh, Mrs. Hinks for the sauna. Mrs. Ray for the sunbed. Well, Mrs. Ray could certainly do with a drop of golden sun. Drop of golden
Well, she's new. She needs a bit of friendly concern.
Oh, showing friendly concern's one thing. Coming over all butch is another.
I don't see it's any of your business.
Of course it's my business. You find her attractive, don't you?
Well, everyone does.
You do.
Look, you don't own me. You're not my mother. If you don't like it, you can shove off.
Right.
Julie, Swai Cafe, por favor. Now, what can I do for you, Mrs. Bidmead? Or now the sauna solarium is semi-independent, perhaps I should say, what can I semi-do for you?
I only came in to tell you about Carol and the fact...
I know what you're going to say, Mrs. Bidmead. She keeps her children in the drawers and cupboards of reception. It's not something I'm proud of.
No, it's not that, Mr. Brittas. It's the fact that she's horribly upset every time something reminds her of that nasty experience with Herr Von Trapp.
Like any good manager, Mrs. Bidmead, I was aware of the situation. We at Whitbury have a special saying, cowpat.
Yeah.
It's a management tool.
A cowpat is?
Consider what practical action to take. Cowpat. Now, the practical action to take in this situation is to let everyone know. Watch this.
Hello?
Carol?
Yes, Mr.
What I want you to do, Carol, is put your fingers in your ears and don't take them out until I tell you to, all right?
Yes, Miss Brittas.
Part 2. This is a staff announcement. Would all members of staff please take note that Carol, our receptionist, is likely to burst into tears every time someone mentions her seduction and abandonment.
Carol! Carol, give me some cigarettes. Smoke, Miss Brittas. What about the confiscation box?
Sound music, the Von Tramps,
Perfect.
Aiden Vice, Whiskers on Kittens, and Don't There you are, Mrs. Bidmead. Cowpat in action. Now, let's talk about you. Let's bond. First of all, you bond, then I'll bond, then we'll bond together. Smoke alarm. Yeah, it's that one. And I can smell smoke. Attention, staff and public.
Perhaps it was only a cigarette for Mr. Brittas.
Better safe than sorry, Mrs. Bidmead. Evacuate the building. I repeat, evacuate the building.
He's back! Then he's having a fire drill! Better safe than sorry, and I like a good fire drill.
Well, that's just the start. Next it'll be flood drill, whooping cough alert, invasion by penguins. Andy sat on your model.
He probably had a very good reason, Julie. Mr. Brittas knows what he's doing.
He didn't seem to notice I was pregnant.
Are you looking for something?
Coke.
Cola or Pepsi?
The hard stuff.
Drugs?
No, you know, anthracite.
Oh, you mean smokeless fuel. There you are.
Oh, yeah. I just keep yearning for it.
I love to see a girl with a healthy appetite. He's a lucky man, that fiancé of yours. All that money and you too.
I chucked him.
Why did... He didn't insult you, did he? Because if he did, by God,
He insulted me, all right. He wanted me to learn to speak proper. Elocution lessons, me? I elocute very nicely, don't I?
You speak beautifully, Julie. I've always thought that. I watch your lips. I love your lips. They're so dark and mysterious. My milkman's chucked me too. She cut me out of her round.
Well, we're two little waves together then. Except I'm pregnant.
Julie, I've always admired you. The way you've always helped Mr. Brittas in his great leisure crusade, and I was wondering if, now that my spot's dropped off, you would consider me.
What as?
Marry me, Julie.
Why?
You're the father for your child, and I don't mind that it's not mine. You know those plant pots where the seed's already sown? I live with those very happily. I may not be much, Julie, but I've got a good heart.
That's very nice of you, Colin.
I can just see us now in the evenings together. You bathing the baby in front of the fire, me playing my swanny whistle. Sense, Julie. And I'm not just on the rebound from the milkman.
I'll think about it.
Well, that's fair enough. But before you say yes, I think there's something you ought to know about me.
What?
Well, you remember when I lost my memory? When Mr. Brittas was packing to go to Brussels before he died? Well, when I got my memory back, I remembered what I'd done. A terrible thing. I put a bomb in Mr. Brittas's croquet set, luggage in advance.
A bomb?
It was silly of me, I know, and very irresponsible.
Oh, well, it can't have gone off. It'd have been in the papers.
What you have to consider is, Julie, could you marry a man who tried to assassinate Mr. Brittas?
It helps.
They don't know much about leisure, the Swiss. But I soon got them organised. Seven-a-side football, orthopaedic surgeons against plastic.
Fascinating, Gordon. But I didn't just come here to say welcome back on behalf of the council. The fact is, what with your being away, we've had a couple of problems.
Problems? You say problems, councillor. I say cowpat.
We had a little collection around the offices for a memorial for you for your accident. People were amazingly generous. We raised £512. But of course, now you're with us again, and the fact is, people want their money back.
A memorial to my accident? That is unusual, Jack. Very nice of people.
Yeah, the thing is, the money. It's in cash, most of it, in an envelope, and it should be in your post.
Julie, are you there? Where's the post, please?
I'm busy.
And then there's the business with the insurance.
Insurance? What insurance?
The life insurance. They paid out.
They paid out?
They paid your wife £88,000. But of course, with the circumstances being what they are now, they want it back. And unfortunately, your wife spent it all just before they came to take her away.
She spent £88,000?
You see that car down there?
What, next to the Rolls?
No, the Rolls. That was 50,000 of it. The rest went on a horse.
She bought a horse?
No, Gordon. She backed it.
Why did they pay out of my life insurance?
Exactly. It must have been a computer error.
They thought I was dead. Well, I'm sorry, that car's got to go back. Wait a minute, Jack. That car wasn't there when I came in this morning. My wife is on the premises.
Here's your coffee. Oh, by the way, the clinic phoned. Your wife's got loose. Without her clothes.
I'll just deal with this, councillor. Attention, all staff and public. There's nothing to be alarmed about. Nothing at all. However, if you see a naked lady with staring eyes and hair all over the place carrying the keys to a Rolls Royce, please inform this office immediately and be gentle with her, for this is the lady that I've worshipped for many years. Thank you.
Mrs. Brittas.
Yes?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Brittas. I was just talking about you to myself. What are you doing in my cupboard?
I must have fallen asleep in there when Gordon woke me up. Did you hear him? He's worshipped me for many years. He told everyone. And it's true. And all that time he was being reconstructed, I've been trying to make myself cheap with some doctor. God, I destroyed that letter.
I'll let him know you're here, shall I?
No, not just like this. I've got some stuff in the back of my car. I want to look my best. I want to... How does he look, Colin?
Oh, he's fine. You know, he's got 3 dimensions again. He said he's never had so much stamina. And strong. He's got a grip like a vice.
Of course, physically, we were always very good together.
Those lederhosen, of course, were very appealing, though they were terribly difficult to iron.
I've got some lederhosen. Gavin says I look good in leather. Or he used to say.
You're not very happy either, are you, Tim?
I'm angry. It's Penny.
Maybe he finds her attractive as a mother figure.
She's no mother figure. You're a mother figure.
Am I? Oh, thank you.
If ever I was after a mother figure, I'd come to you.
Well, if ever you want to cuddle, I'm always very willing.
Are you?
Yes, any time. Why is it all gone quiet? The children are listening. Come along, darlings, get on with your games.
I've got 2 tickets for the English National Opera next week. Would you like to come?
Yes.
As soon as the post has been located, I will sort it out. And as soon as my wife has been located, ditto. Goodbye, councillor. Not supposed to be in blue area, Tim.
Oh, there's nobody playing badminton. They all went home.
I've said many times before, Tim, the public are neither here nor there. It's the running of the centre that counts. Back to blue area, please. And if there's no one playing, you can always play with yourself. And keep an eye open for my wife, please.
Oh, Mr. Brittas, the rest of your luggage has arrived from Brussels.
Nah, look at that, Carol. Brussels efficiency for you. 7 items, all beautifully labelled. And my croquet set. Get Gavin to load it into the car for me, please, will you?
Yes, Miss Brittas. Miss Brittas?
Never mind eating pencils, Julie. Any word of my wife?
No,
What about the post?
don't ask me.
Julie, look for it. Search around. Search under things. Search on top of things. Search, search.
This arrived second post from the clinic. Private, personal, woman's handwriting, not Mrs. Brittas's.
Thank you, Julie.
Hello, Gordon.
You've not been taking your pills, my darling.
Do you really worship me, Gordon?
Your doctor's not going to be too pleased about this, my darling.
Do you think you could worship me right now?
And you'll have missed lunch as well.
Pretend I'm your lunch, Gordon.
My darling, we're paying for those lunches, and you've been spending money. That car's got to go back. By the way, your hair's going in the shredder.
Close the door, Gordon.
My darling, that door always stays open. It's a rule of management, you know that.
Gordon, you don't know what it's been like.
My darling, there's a time and place for everything. You're in an unstable condition. You're going to shock yourself. I'm not a complete man.
What? What have they taken away?
They forgot to give me a belly button.
But everything else is there.
At the end of the model, Mr. Brittas. Oh, am I interrupting?
Not at all, Colin. Mrs. Brittas was just about to iron my shirt.
Just leave the damn model and go, Colin.
What's happening?
Julie, get Mrs. Brittas an ambulance, will you? In fact, second thoughts make that group full. Right, my darling, a lot has happened to you over the last 2 months.
Nothing has happened to me over the last 2 months.
My darling, just take it easy. There.
Gordon, I've heard all about your strength and stamina.
My darling, you're not yourself. Just take it easy. You've got to go away and get better. I'll give that Rolls Royce back. As for the other £38,000, we'll just have to put a little bit by each week, all right? We will get through this one together, my darling.
No, Gordon, no.
Not now, my darling. Sometime soon, but not now. Make an appointment.
An appointment? I'm going to make an appointment with my doctor.
That's right, my darling. Put yourself in his hands, and in no time at all, you'll be normal, just like me.
Normal? You're normal? I must be hearing things. You're not normal at all. 2 months ago, you were dead.
Dead?
Dead. Don't you remember? Certified dead. I've got a death certificate. I framed it.
I was dead?
I bought new shoes for the funeral. And a hat. I'd just thrown the earth on your coffin and he started knocking. I knew it was you. It was your knock.
But I couldn't have been dead. My bowels moved every day. You said so at the end of the bed.
They can do anything with statistics. Of course you were dead. Why do you think they paid out the life insurance?
I don't feel well, Helen.
You had surgeons from all over the world clamouring to put you together again.
It's all coming back, Helen. I know what heaven is. It's a great big leisure centre in the sky. I'm feeling very strange, Helen.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't do it again, Gordon. Don't die again. I told the children once Daddy had gone on a long holiday. They're not going to believe me a second time. There. That's better.
Miss Brittas, we put everything on your car, but the croquet set wouldn't... Oh, isn't he well?
You never told me I was dead, Linda.
You know! What was it like, Miss Brittas? The other side. I mean, was there a great white light or a tunnel? Did you bump into anyone you knew? Was Hitler there? Was Red Rum there?
The details are coming back. That coffin was very cramped, most uncomfortable. I suspect it didn't conform to European standards.
So what you're saying basically is, you don't want to marry me because I'm too old and poor and ugly.
Well, yeah.
Fair enough. I am old and poor, And I wish my beauty spot hadn't dropped off. Do you think it would stick back on again?
Penny, I've got 2 tickets for the English National Opera at home. I just wondered if you'd be interested.
Take Tim.
What?
Well, you and Tim were an item.
Oh, Tim shoved me in the pool.
Well, it must mean something.
Was there a feeling of flying? Were you conscious of having wings?
Oh, Linda, do shut up. Should you be in red area?
Yes, Mrs.
Carol, I'm just going to take Gordon home in his car. Could you ask someone to bring my car home for me? It's the Rolls. And tell Gavin he's in charge.
I'm in charge.
No, you're not. You came back a day early and now you're paying the price. You're going straight to bed. So am I.
Carol?
Oh, Tim! I know exactly what I'm going to wear for the opera. I have a long black skirt and a red top, and a stole that I'm going to wrap round and round, and black shoes that almost match my handbag. You want to take Gavin, don't you?
I'm terribly sorry, Carol. It's just that I got myself into a bit of a trap.
Trap!
Hello. I've just heard that Mr. Brittas's luggage has come back from Brussels, and they've put it in the boot of the car you're in. Yes, and to cut a long story short, there's a bomb in the croquet set.
What?
I'm sorry about this inconvenience, but I really feel you ought to take some avoiding action.
Darling, there's a bomb in the back.
Oh, we're home. What? No, we're not. We're in a lake. Helen, I've told you before, I don't approve of your shortcuts. Brittas. What is it, Colin? No, the croquet set is not in the car. Yes, I'm sure. It wouldn't fit in the boot. Colin, I'm in a lake. Why would I want a croquet set? I've got nothing to bang the hoops in with and the balls will float away. Oh, darling, you've been hurt. Not you, Colin. Precisely why I keep a handkerchief in my right-hand pocket at all times. Let me dab that wound. What's this? Oh, it's the letter from that clinic of yours. Oh, God. Totally unreadable now, anyway.
I do love you, Gordon.
Quite right.
Can I hear it ticking?
Oh, that's what they always used to say about Rolls Royces, isn't it? All you hear is the ticking of the clock. There we go.
Oh, that closes so... What a lovely thing.
Beautiful. My aunt used to have one of those, you know.
Did she?
Yeah, she took me back to school in it.